Now what I want to do is welcome Ric DeVore to the stage and let him give you brief remarks. Ric is the regional president for PNC and is the guy in charge of PNC banking in Michigan.
Good morning. Like I said, I'm Ric DeVore, and I've always been wondering what in the heck ever happened to Cookie Monster. Now I know, but not sure. I don't want to step on that thing, but I just want just a real quick word about PNC, just to frame it for you in terms of our size and so forth. Our market cap this morning when I left, just shy of $60 billion, about $365 billion in assets. Claim to fame maybe is owning 21% of BlackRock, which is the world's largest fixed income manager. And really our commitment to the community is probably what stands us apart. One of the things in our history, just real quick trivia questions, we never made a subprime mortgage, and that might not mean anything to any of you, but it does mean that we had an incredible amount of capital when everybody else was failing. It gave us the ability to make some huge acquisitions, most notably National City, and then the United States assets of Royal Bank of Canada. Most importantly to my family, got me back home since I'm a U of M grad after a 19-year absence. But we are committed to technology and have been spending a lot of time with this paradigm. And this paradigm is, how do you keep, if you're me, your mother and your daughter happy in the retail banking experience? Somebody wants to go into the branch and somebody that never wants to see a branch, and how do you work through that while you get ready for the future? We are, obviously very committed to two things. Ease of for our clients, and number two is cybersecurity, and I'm going to touch upon both of them. We're increasingly aware, in fact, direct deposit through your phone is our #1 deposit vehicle, if you will. About 61% of what we do comes in through mobile apps and through the web. Soon we're going to have a new product basically called Check Ready. You walk in with your mobile app, you get approved for a car loan, you go out, hit the VIN number, you can actually disperse right there. And in a way, we're doing what others are doing, which is somewhat disintermediating the business banking and some of the retail infrastructure, but we really feel like we got to invest in these products, and in fact have made investments in fintech companies themselves. We're also part of Zelle, an electronic payment network that allow customers to send money instantaneously. This is not pop money where you pop money to somebody and wait 2 or 3 days for it to get there, but this is actually instantaneous. We have to be there, but it also has to be extremely secure. We do have money laundering and those kind of regulations to deal with, and that's probably one of the biggest impediments that I see sometimes with startups, is just getting through the, all the minutiae of the regulatory environment. We're about ready to launch Home Insight, the first one-stop online shopping for home buyer needs, and really what it is it's downloadable. You get in, you're approved for a mortgage, you go in, you show your approval, boom, you have a few different scenarios. You can buy the house just like somebody else's commercial on TV that I think you all know and love, those other guys. With that said, just a couple of notes about cyber. We, on a daily basis, look at about 1.8 billion records a day. Of those 8 billion, maybe 50 to 60 might be suspicious. We probably report up to the feds about 5 or 6 of those. The people that work in our cyber area, for the most part, are former Department of Justice and Department of Defense people. But technology is really transforming the way the bank works, and I'll just leave you with really 2 quick examples. If I am sending your customer file to another PNC worker in Washington, D.C., it does not go to my fellow worker in Washington. First, it round trips in Pittsburgh. It decides, okay, does Ric DeVore have the right to see this data? Is it the right data? Does the person receiving it have the right, is that the right person? And it does this probably in about 3.5 to 6 seconds. These are the scary guys with the beards in the dark room. There's probably some of them in this room now. I just can't see you. In addition, I just thought I'd give you just a real quick, we all know, and this is probably a tacky looking coat, but the tacky coats that the car salesmen wear, and you go in to get your car, you walk in, you apply, and the guy says, or gal, I got to go talk to my manager, and they go around the corner. And what they're doing is they're putting your social number into the system. We look at that application. We go out to all 3 credit bureaus, figure out whether the 2 are the best ones to use out of the 3. We go out, get a blue book. We make sure that you are who you think you are. We also decide if you're really suspicious or something like that. And we have to do all of that in about 20 to 21 seconds, or we're not going to be able to bid on that loan. And so that gives you an idea of how technology is changing the landscape. At PNC Bank, we're proud to be sponsoring this. We are committed to this region and to you. And as a board member of AnnArborSpark, it's probably the coolest board I'm on with some of the coolest people, and that's really the people like you. So I wish you a great day on behalf of the bank, and good luck today. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick.